How's it going, everyone? Hope you're well. Mr. Boulder here, and I'm back today with my top albums of 1996. And I'm also going to be doing a little preview of my band of Concrete Gods, our new EP, which is coming out this Friday. So I'm just going to be showing that off a little bit. So 1996 took me ages to get around to doing 1995. The reason 96 has come around so quickly is because I don't have anywhere near as many albums in my collection in 1996 from, say, years like 92, 93, 94. In those years, I had well over 30 albums. In 1996, I've only got 18. So not the biggest amount of albums to talk about. So we're going to get straight into it after the usual quick sip of coffee. We're going to be kicking off with a CD. So at number 18, we have Roots by Sepultura. Now, I've tried many times over the years to really get into this record, and I just cannot really get on board with it. It's definitely not all bad, but there's a lot here I just don't care for. One of the things that sticks out in my mind is there's so many great riffs across the earlier Sepultura albums, such as Beneath the Remains, Arise, Chaos Daddy, Schizophrenic, etc. There's a real lack of decent riffs on this. One criticism a lot of people hurl at this is about the influence of nu metal coming into the music. That doesn't bother me at all. For me, the big problem here is a lack of memorable songs or a lack of decent songs. Like I say, it's not all bad. I mean, Roots Bloody Roots, first track, I think is absolutely brilliant. That breakdown towards the end is superb. Track 2, Attitude, is really good. Track 3, Cutthroat, I really like as well. That's got a really good chorus. Rata Mahata, track 4, is decent, but nothing as good as what's come before it. But there's a lot of stuff on here like Straight Hate, Spit, Look Away, I just do not care for at all. A couple of tracks where they're using the traditional instruments, the percussive sounding stuff, the instrumentals, I really do enjoy over some of the more sort of traditional metal songs. Last track, Dictator Shit, is okay, but other than that, yeah, just can't really get on board with it. Nowhere near as good as the few that come before it, has to be said. And that's why Roots is Sepultura. Sepultura by Roots, I should say, is number 18 on the list. Number 17, another CD. And here's Bush and Razor Blade Suitcase. Grunge alternative, fronted by Gavin Rossdale. There's lots of songs on this that I like, but nothing knocks me out at all. The closest thing I get to something that I really like is probably Greedy Fly, Cold Contagious. But there's other good songs. There's like Personal Holloway, Tendency to Start Fire, Mouth. Mouth's a good song, but it's got a very, very lazy chorus. Straight No Chase is decent. Communicator, Bone Driven. Plenty of stuff that's good, but nothing that really knocks me out. And that's why this one's so low down the list. Definitely not as good as 1994's 16 Stone. So there's Bush, Razor Blade Suitcase at number 17. Up next, number 16, another CD. And here's Hootie and the Blowfish, Fairweather Johnson. Definitely not as good as their previous album, Cracked Rear View, which came out in 1994. Decent stuff on this, but again, nothing that really knocks me out, but some good tunes on it, no doubt about it. Be the One, track 1 is really good. Sad Caper, track 2 is good. You've got other plenty of good stuff on this, like So Strange, Old Man, Full, When I'm Lonely. But yeah, again, a little bit like the Bush album I've just shown. Nothing that really knocks me out here. Plenty of good songs, but nothing amazing. This is pop rock, which is definitely borrowing from country music as well. A decent listen, but not as good as the album that come before it, and that's why Hootie and the Blowfish's Fairweather Johnson comes in at number 16. Number 15, first record to show, and here's a rare original press from 1996, and here's Def Leppard's Slang. An album that I've definitely got more time for than I used to. This is no masterpiece by any stretch of imagination. I'm definitely enjoying it more than I did when it first came out. So this is Def Leppard moving with the times and going in a more alternative direction. And there's some good songs on this one. Album opener, The Truth is okay. I don't mind that one. Turn to Dust, track 2 is good. Track 3, Slang, the title track, is really good actually. It's one of my favourites on the album. All I Want Is Everything is an okay track. Track 5, Work It Out, I really like. But track 6, Close Your Side A, Breathe a Sigh, is still the worst kind of housewife nonsense rock you would ever want to hear. That song can absolutely get in the bin. Deliver Me, first track on side B is decent. Gift of Flesh is good. Blood Runs Cold I really like. But then you got Where Does Love Go When It Dies and Pearl of Euphoria. Don't care for those at all. Definitely got more love for it than I used to have, but it's still no classic, not even close. But Def Leppard Slang has definitely gone up in my estimation, but certainly not a killer album, no doubt about it. Up next, number 14, and here's Rage Against the Machine, another nice original press from 1996. This is Evil Empire. Again, an album that's not as good as their debut, but still plenty of good stuff on this. Zach De La Rocha, just fantastic. What a great frontman, great lyricist, very, very angry. There's some great lyrics on this album, some great tunes. People of the Sun, Balls and Prey, the opening 1-2 are excellent. Track 3, Vietnam, is really good. Revolver and Snake Charmer are decent tunes, but not as good as what come before it. Down Rodeo is fantastic. That has got some brilliant lyrics in it. Zach sounding really pissed off and angry. Without Face, good tune. Roll Tight, Year of the Boomerang. Musically, it's excellent. Tom Morello, for me, is an underrated guitar player. Fantastic guitar player. Very innovative. Very forward-thinking. Some of his riffs sound like straight-up rock riffs. Some of the other riffs sound like samples that you would get on hip-hop albums. Very, very good guitar player. Like I said already, Zach on the vocals doing a fantastic job. You've got Brad Wilk and Timmy C holding down the rhythm. Good album from these guys. Not as good as the debut, but nothing wrong with it at the same time. No bad songs, but just a few that are a little bit on the average sides. And that's why it doesn't grab me as much as the debut. So up next, number 13, and sticking with some grunge, is Soundgarden and Down on the Upside, which is definitely not as good as the two that come before it. This is an album that's got plenty of good stuff in it, but very much some forgettable stuff as well. Chris Cornell, of course, sounds fantastic. Amazing voice. Some great riffs on this album. Some really good tunes. Pretty Noose is good, the opening track. Dusty and Ty Cobb I really like. Blow Up the Outside World, fantastic song. Really, really good. The vocals are amazing. Burden in My Hand is another highlight. That is a really, really great song. I love the acoustic guitar intro. What else we got here? Never the Machine Forever, Tighter and Tighter, Overfloater, Boot Camp. But there's some songs in this that really don't do too much for me at all. Nothing bad. But yeah, just definitely not as good as Bad Motorfinger or Super Unknown. I've said that was an acoustic that starts off Burden in My Hand, isn't it? I don't think it is actually, but I can't remember the name of the instrument off the top of my head. But Soundgarden, Down on the Upside, decent stuff, but not as good as the two come before it. No doubt about it. Number 12 now, and here's Prong and Rude Awakening. Great album from these guys. Tommy Victor, great guitar player. The riffs on this are really good. Some of the riffs are very simplistic, but just goes to show you don't be having this right. Really tricky stuff for it to be a good riff. Prong in general are an underrated band, I think, and Tommy Victor is definitely an underrated guitar player. First track, Control, is excellent. It's got a great chorus, really, really good riffs. Rude Awakening is good. Face Value, Avenue of the Finest, Without Hope, Innocence Gone, Dark Signs, Proud Division. I actually prefer this one over Cleansing from 1994, which I have to say Cleansing has got some songs that I enjoy more than ones on here, but I overall enjoy more of the songs on this album than I do on Cleansing. Prong's Rude Awakening, excellent album, really, really like this one. Not a real knockout, but there's a lot of good stuff on show here, and I really do enjoy this one a lot. So number 11, and here's Annihilator and Refresh the Demon. Some of the songs on this are really good, some are bang average. As always with Annihilator albums, there's plenty of great riffs because Jeff Waters is writing them, and he's an amazing guitar player. Just on the vocals on this album. Refresh the Demon, track 1, loads of great riffs on it. I like the chorus. Sin Kill 1, very, very catchy tune. Again, great riffs. The Pastor of Disaster is a shit title for a song, but it's a decent tune. There's really good riffs on that. Ultra Paranoia is a good song. Anything for Money, Voices and Victims. There's a ballad at the end called Innocent Eyes, which is okay, but it sounds kind of out of place on the album. So yeah, there's plenty of good stuff on this. There's a few bang average tracks. A couple of songs are really, really good. But Refresh the Demon, I think, is probably a bit of an improvement on 1994's King of the Kill. But not as good as the first few albums, it has to be said. But Annihilator's Refresh the Demon is a decent listen. I've not listened to it for a while before doing this video, actually, and I forgot how good some of the songs are. Into the top 10 now. And here's Metallica's Load, which is an album that I really enjoy. I think you have to accept it for what it is. It's Metallica, obviously not playing thrash anymore, definitely doing something different. It's alternative rock, basically. I really like a lot of the songs on this. I mean, the opener, Ain't My Bitch, is a fantastic song. Great song. Excellent chorus. Hetfield's vocals are really good. 2x4 is the best Status Quo song that Status Quo never wrote. Sounds like such a Quo song. Really nice simplistic riffs, especially the opening riff. I think it's only 3 notes. It just sounds really good. It's a great track. I absolutely love it and always have done. House to Jack built until it sleeps. Those first 4 songs on side 1 are cool. King Nothing, Here Today and Bleeding Me. Everything on the first LP to me is all good. LP 2 kicks off with Cure, which is an okay song. Pure Twisted Me is a decent song. Wasting My Hate I really like. Mama Said, I do like that one now, I never used to. Thorn Within is okay. Ronnie can get in the fucking bin though, that is a shit song, can't stand that. Finishes with The Outlaw Torn. Yep, an album that I like. I mean, it's not coming anywhere near close to the likes of Injustice for All, Ride the Lightning, etc. But I certainly don't think Metallica's Load is a bad album. I really, really do enjoy this one. Like I say, take it for what it is, and it's a decent listen. So up next, number 9, and some real dark, dirgy death metal here from Imulation. And this is Hereinafter. I only picked this up at the start of the year. Great stuff. Brilliant, really low guttural vocals from Ross Dolan. It's an excellent album. There's plenty of good riffs on this. I like the drums. Really sort of dingy, dark, oppressive sounding death metal. Favourite songs on this, definitely I Feel Nothing and Away From God. Those 2 are my favourites, definitely. But Burn With Jesus is great. Towards Earth, Christ Cage. Really good death metal from these guys. Coming out full 5 years after their debut. Good stuff. Loads of great riffs. The drums are excellent. Really, really good vocals. Some really nasty sounding death metal that really hits the spot. Has to be said. Great stuff from Imulation there. Hereinafter. Good album. Number 8, and this is the one that's new to the collection. And here's Dio and Angry Machines. Yep, that's the one. So I picked this up recently, which arrived in a box set, which will be getting shown in a future video. This is really good. I really, really do enjoy this one. Ronnie, of course, sounds fantastic. The vocals on this album are absolutely amazing. You've got Vinny Appice on the drums. Can't remember who's on bass and guitar. But a really good album. There's some really strong songs on this. Institutional Man's first track kicks off with a really basic 4/4 rock beat before some really nice riffs come in. Don't Tell the Kids track 2 is much more up-tempo. Excellent stuff. Hunter of My Heart is a good tune. Big Sister track 6 is probably my favourite on the album. Excellent chorus. Really strong vocals from Ronnie. Double Monday, Golden Rules, Dying in America. That's another great tune. Definitely one of my favourites. Ends with This Is Your Life. Great album. Like I say, I only heard it for the first time about 3 weeks ago, and I really, really enjoyed this one. Dio's Angry Machines is superb stuff. Of course, Dio sounds fantastic. The whole band sounds great. There's some really good songs there. Straight up old school traditional heavy metal, and it's all good stuff. Right, number 7, and here is Teravision and Regular Urban Survivors. Teravision is a band I think that haven't really made a dent outside the UK. So if you're watching this from outside the UK, let me know if you do know who these guys are. Probably not many of you. This is straight up simple rock, but sort of fun rock, really. You know, these guys are not taking themselves seriously at all. And I actually forgot how good this is. I actually think this is their best album. There's plenty of good songs on this one. Super Chronic's good. Perseverance, that was a single, great stuff. Easy, another single's good. Hide the Dead Girl, excellent song. Really, really great chorus. Didn't Bleed Red's a great track. Dog Chewed the Candle. Bad Actress, that was another single. Celebrity Hit List, probably my favourite on the album. Just straight up simple, easy listening rock. Definitely draws a little bit from pop as well with their choruses. Great guitar work, great melodies, an easy listen, a really good album. I really forgot how good this was. I had this on cassette back in the day and never replaced it, so I grabbed this a couple of years ago for literally a couple of quid. Teravision's Regular Urban Survivors, really good stuff. Let's have a quick drink before carrying on. Number 6 now, an album that's hated by a lot of people, but certainly not by me. And here's Carcass and Swan Song. This is Carcass's Death and Roll album. Yeah, a lot of people don't like this one, but I do. It's far from perfect, but there's plenty of good tunes on it. Bill Steer and Jeff Walker here. Ken Owen still on the drums. Carlos someone on the second guitar. Oh, sorry, Carlo Regadas. Good album. Need another drink. Keep 'em Rotten in the Free World. Track 1 is really, really good. Tomorrow Belongs to Nobody is an okay track. Black Star I really like. It's got a good chorus. Cross My Heart, track 4 is probably one of my favourites on the whole album. Child's Playing Room 101, one of decent tunes. Polarized, great track. Generation Hex is good. The last 3 though, Rock the Vote, Don't Believe a Word and Go to Hell, I really enjoy. Obviously nothing like the grindcore that they were doing back in the late 80s, but I really enjoy this one. Great Death and Roll from Carcass. Swan Song from 1996 is an absolute banger, and I really think it's a good album that gets hated on unnecessarily. So, top 5 now, and my throat's got really dry. And here is Typo Negative's October Rust, which is an absolutely fantastic album, which I really didn't appreciate how good it was at the time of release. But I love it now. Very dark and gloomy, but in places it sounds almost kind of very uplifting. It's really good. Pete Steele, fantastic vocalist. The lows that he hits and then the high notes that he hits. He's a great singer, great songwriter. He died way too young. Love You to Death is just phenomenal. The piano in that song sounds fantastic. Great chorus. Be My Druidess, track 4, that's a great tune. I love the intro riff on the heavily distorted bass. Other great stuff for this, like My Girlfriend's Girlfriend, that's definitely got some 60s psychedelica involved in it. Burnt Flowers Fallen. Cinnamon Girl, the Neil Young cover I really like. Track 12 has got the most pretentious song title in the world. I'm not going to bother to read it out. You've got Haunted on here as well. It's an excellent album, so I really didn't appreciate how good it was at the time of release, but I absolutely love it now. It's a fantastic listen. Great stuff. These guys were unique and definitely doing their own thing. And Type of Negative's October Rust is absolutely fantastic stuff. So, number 4 now. And here's Cradle of Filth and Dusk and Her Embrace. Great album. Really, really good. The lyrics on this and every Cradle of Filth album are fantastic. Danny Field's vocals are amazing. The lows that guy can hit and then the really high shrieks are fantastic. There's loads of great riffs on this. Loads of atmosphere, which is fantastic. Nicholas Barker on the drums absolutely kills it. Phenomenal drumming on this record. Heaven Torn Asunder, great tune. A Gothic Romance, Red Roses for Devil's Whore is brilliant. I love the chorus in that. It's excellent. Malice Through the Looking Glass, brilliant. Dusk and Her Embrace. The Graveyard by Moonlight. Haunted Shores. Excellent black metal from these guys. I absolutely love this album. Brilliant, brilliant stuff. I've not listened to it for a while before going back to it for this video. And I forgot just how good it is. Cradle of Filth, Dusk and Her Embrace is an absolute beast. Into the top 3 now. And an album you saw not too long ago in a recent collection update. And here's Stone Temple Pilots and Tiny Music, Songs from the Vatican Gift Shop. This is Stone Temple Pilots continuing to evolve and do things their own way, not making the same record over and over again. It's excellent stuff. The DeLeo brothers on the bass and guitar providing some excellent riffs and bass playing. Eric Kretz on the drums, and of course the sadly departed Scott Weiland on the vocals. Excellent album. Banging tunes on this, like Pops Love Suicide is great. Big Bang Baby, that was a single. I love the main, the intro guitar riff, and that is excellent stuff. Lady Picture Show, great tune. Tripping on the Hole in Paper Heart, excellent intro riff. I love that one. Art School Girl's a great tune. Ride the Cliche, Daisy, stuff like that. Scott Warner definitely mixing things up with the vocal styles. He sounds fantastic. Just an excellent album. Like I say, a band that continue to evolve and do things their own way, not put out the same record over and over again. Stone Temple Pilots, Tone of Music from the Vatican Gift Shop is my number 3 album of 1996. My number 2 album of 1996 is Cryptopsy's None So Vile, brutal technical death metal, which is absolutely phenomenal. These guys really know how to play their instruments. Absolutely amazing guitar work. The drums from Flo Mornia, not sure if I'm saying his name correctly, are absolutely insane. The guy is a beast behind the kit. Lord Worms, low guttural vocals. This is half an hour of punishing technical death metal. Crown of Horns first track, superb. Slit Your Guts track 2. I love that intro guitar part. It sounds excellent. Dead and Dripping, Graves of the Fathers. Other great stuff on side B as well. Fuck me. Lick Mistress. I'm probably not saying that right at all. Phobophile. Great album. It's just absolutely superb. It's just absolutely punishing for 30 minutes straight. Superb stuff from these guys. Absolutely love it. Cryptopsy's None So Vile is my number 2 album from 1996. And the number 1 film from me for 1996 is an album that definitely doesn't get as much love as I think it should. It gets its love. It's got respect, but everyone talks about the 2 that come before it. But for me, this one is just as good. And it's Pantera's The Great Southern Trendkill. A nice original press here. Superb stuff. The solos and the riffs from Dimebagger, of course, excellent. Vinny on the drums doing a great job. Rex Brown, an underrated bass player, I think, has played some fantastic stuff on this. And of course, Fallon Selman on the vocals, probably the most important metal vocalist of the 1990s. These are probably the most important band with regards to commercial metal from the 1990s. Title track, first track's great. War Nerve, great tune. Drag the Waters, Dime almost ripping himself off with the riff there. Sounds very similar to Walk. 13 Steps Nowhere, great tune. Suicide Note Part 2, Living Through Me, Floods, probably the best song on the album. The bass playing that Rex is playing underneath that solo is absolutely outstanding. The Underground in America, Replies, Sandblasted Skin. Like I say, most people always talk about Far Beyond Driven and Dogs Blow Power. This one gets a bit overlooked, I think, and it's absolutely fantastic stuff. Brilliant album. Pantera's A Great Southern Trendkill. I had this on cassette when it first came out. It's just excellent. I really don't think it gets enough love as much as it deserves anyway. But it's an absolutely fantastic album. There's loads of great guitar riffing. Phil's vocals are excellent. Everyone's performance is absolutely fantastic. And Pantera's A Great Southern Trendkill is my number 1 album of 1996. So that's the albums from 96 done, guys. So now I'm going to quickly talk about the new EP, which is coming out this Friday from me and my brothers in Of Concrete Gods. It's called Hurt People, Hurt People. We recorded this back in about February, I think, and it's coming out next Friday. So head on over to our Bandcamp where you can pick it up. I'm going to quickly show you the CD here, and here it is. Excellent artwork by my bandmate Rich. Not only does he play bass and great backing vocals, but he knows what he's doing when it comes to artwork as well. So 5 tracks, about 35 minutes of music. Here we are, and the CD there. Logo behind where the CD goes. So Digipack CD. Really like the artwork. Is the inlay book. Pictures on the back. And there's the lyrics. And it's also available on cassette. And here it is. Quite simplistic J card. Us there. And here's the shell, which looks really, really nice. Excellent stuff. Looks really good. Very, very pleased with it. We're all very, very pleased with the EP. We worked hard on this, and I think it's paid off. And there's a few T-shirts that are coming out as well. Here's one with the band logo on. And here is the CD artwork T-shirt. And last but certainly no means least, here's the T-shirt from the Chasing Cliche song, which has got one of the lyrics here on it. So all that stuff is available to buy from the Bandcamp this Friday. A bit of shameless self-promotion, but fuck it, you got to help yourself out in this day and age, haven't you? So there we go, guys. That is out this Friday via our Bandcamp page. So if you're interested in picking it up, definitely head on over to our Bandcamp, search for Of Concrete Gods, and you'll find all the stuff there if you wish to pick anything up. So with regards to my albums from 1996, hope you enjoyed the list, guys. Let me know what your favourites are from 96. As always, get in the comments section. Always cool chatting with you guys. I should be back with you next week, as always. So until then, cheers, take care, and I'll see you later.